It's a bird! It's a plane! No, it's...
In 2019, Chevrolet did something nobody saw coming. They took America's sports car, a machine that had been front engine for over 6 decades, and they moved the engine behind the driver. The result was the C8 Corvette, a true mid-engine supercar starting at $60,000 USD. For context, that's Ferrari performance, Lamborghini DNA, for the price of a loaded pickup truck. It didn't just turn heads, it redefined what an American car should be. Suddenly, people who never gave Detroit a second glance were paying attention. Enthusiasts who swore by European exotics had a new name on their lips. Corvette wasn't just back on the map, it had redrawn it entirely. And with the C8 as its foundation, it was clear this was only the beginning. And now in the present day, years after the Z06 was introduced, I'm proud to say that I've owned both a C8 Stingray and a Z06. And in this video, we're gonna look at some of the differences, in my opinion, compare and contrast, and look at both cars individually. We're gonna be looking at the exterior, the interior, the performance, the sound, and where it stands now, in my opinion, with the Z06 specifically. And we're gonna take a sneak peek into my ownership of the current Z06 platform after only 1 to 2 weeks of having it. Let's get right into it. So let's take a look at the exterior of the Z06. I don't have a Stingray with me, but I do have the lovely Rapid Blue Z06. The exterior styling is completely different from the Stingray. Up front, we first have the canards and the lip. The lip is pretty much a full body. It's got that chin under it. The Stingray does not have that, which makes the Stingray look like it's missing that chin, missing that aggressive front end. So that's one of the main things that the Z06 has. Also, the actual width of the car is around 3 inches wider than the Stingray. So that gives it a more aggressive stance, a wider stance as well. Now, if we come here to the side, actually, this wishbone, this sort of triangle diamond shape that's black, is one of the main ways to tell a Z06 from a Stingray. This has an extra vent that acts as an air port for air to get into the engine bay in the back. And then of course in the back we do have the quad exhaust tips in the middle instead of 2 and 2 on the left and right. That's another way you can tell because it's a flat plane crank and the exhaust setup is completely different. Alrighty, we are sitting in the car just to change up the environment a little bit, but let's talk about the interior differences, which I think there really is none, and let's talk about in general C8 Stingray versus Z06. First of all, if you get like a 3LT trim of the Stingray, you're also going to get these GT2 bucket seats. I believe you can get the same color combinations as well, assuming it's not discontinued, but overall, that is the one benefit of having the Stingray. You're paying half the price, but the interior luxury and the experience is exactly the same. Guys, remember, I've owned a 1LT, the most base out of base Stingrays, for close to 2 years, and I had the same stuff over here. Let me turn this around. I had the same wall of buttons. I had the same leather here, the same controls, the same iPad, all of this stuff. I think it was the same stereo system as well. I don't remember the steering wheel having like extra carbon fiber, but again, these are minor details. And depending on if you get 2LT, 3LT, 2LZ, 3LZ, digital rear view camera, which I do not use. But me owning both cars now in my lifetime, I can clearly say that, well, the C8 Z06 is worth the money for sure. But the best bang for your buck is definitely the Stingray. You cannot go wrong with that car. It basically has all the things the Z06 has in terms of the body styling, the exotic kind of look. Guys, I remember when I first bought my Stingray in San Jose, California. I believe it was 2022 or 2023. I just had a 1LT Stingray. I parked it in a normal Smith's, like Vaughn's, Trader Joe's parking lot. And the little kid that saw it was like, "Hey mom, look, a Lamborghini." You know, like, can you believe, you're paying 65K for a used Stingray for kids to mistake it for a 300K Lambo. Now, obviously, looks and perception is not everything, but the fact that that car can be mistaken for a Lambo, a 458 Ferrari, I mean, what else can you do that has that vibe, has that aura at 60 to 65K? And as you're watching this now in 2026, I mean, I've seen things go to like 55, 52K for a used 1LT. And by the way, when I drove my 1LT Stingray, I drove it 30,000 miles. Never had a single problem. At this point, I think this video almost sounds like a Stingray video. But seriously, I had no problems with the Stingray. Zero issues, zero maintenance costs besides basic oil changes. I'm serious. I took that thing to Monterey and back 2 times. I took it to Arizona, to Utah, everywhere, Texas. Never had a problem. And guess what? I averaged 30 miles per gallon in the Stingray when I had it. The 8-cylinder engine actually turns into a 4-cylinder when you're in touring mode. That's the one thing I kind of wish the Z06 had, which is that MPG efficiency. So they have that system in the Stingray where it detects whether you're going at a constant low speed or low RPM, and it'll just switch it off. It sounds almost like nothing in the cabin, amazing for road trips, and you're literally getting 30 MPG. And I will say this is less about Stingray versus Z06, but it's about trim level, 1LT, 1LZ, 3LT, 3LZ. I honestly don't think it matters too much. Like, for me, I really care about this Twilight Blue, the GT2 seats. I knew if I was going to go Z06, I want something that I want to keep for 10 years, so I cared about 3LZ, the interior trim, even the digital camera that I don't use. But if you're on a budget, the 1LT is perfectly fine. I've never had problems with blind spot monitoring. I've never had problems with looking at the rear view window, and I had the high top wing as well, so it was limited visibility. I think in general, your eyes, your body, your life, you will adapt to the car. So even if it's a base trim without the front lift or whatever, you will learn to drive sideways. You will learn to check your mirrors double, 3 times. So I don't think it matters upgrading to 2LT, 3LT. That stuff is just very optional depending on your budget. All right, guys, we're at the gas station. Thank God I got my Chevron app because the prices are looking absolutely insane in Nevada, in Vegas. 6.2 for 91. I don't even use 93. Absolutely insane. Let's see how much it costs to fill up 3/4 of a tank. While we're here, we might as well look at the overall 180 360 view. Got the wishbone blacked out. Finally looks like a proper Z06, yellow calipers, and we have the front lip right here with the black accent, fully looking like a pure Z06. Loving it so far. Honestly, this gas station is my second home.
Summer in a brand new pool, courtesy of our friends at
Alrighty, $63.45, 10 gallons to fill up 3/4 of a way. Gas is getting pricey. They gotta end that war. But overall, I just want to say I am having an absolute blast with the Z06. This is a mother effing dream car. I used to dream about the Lambo Huracan, the base Huracan, but to be honest, that thing is not in my mind because we have the Z06. So thankful for it. And guys, if you're thinking of getting a Stingray or a Z06, you cannot go wrong with either option. Stingray, hands down, bang for mother effing buck. 60K, 55K, you can get an amazing sports car with a mid-engine. That is absolutely insane. And the Z06, the upgrade is worth the money, 40, 50K more. In my opinion, it's more aggressive, it's more fun, and for me, the exotic noise is what draws me in. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're going to transition into a beautiful sound in the Las Vegas tunnels to the airport and close off the video. Love you guys. Comment and subscribe. See you